Yasas and welcome to Vasilis Garden, folks. Yesterday I mentioned in my little video that we're going to do a trial on some potting mix that's out there in the market. And there are bloody a lot out there, that's for sure, because I went to the big green shed to pick some up this morning and I was gobsmacked to see how many different types of potting mix there are available. And now I get you can have native mix, cactus mix, orchid mix, but really, this is really, it's mad, isn't it? Look at this. We've got, including ours, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and I left a few behind there because I thought, what the hell? I'm sure we're going to be able to get enough result out of this. Now, the intention here is to see which one's good. Are we getting bang for buck? You know, some of them are really cheap, and I'm talking like $3.98. I don't even think you can actually buy the material wholesale for that much, let alone sell it for retail. So one wonders what's actually inside those potting mixes at that cheap rate. And then you've got the top end, which is basically ours, and the Scott's one. They've got a premium potting mix. So let me run through what we've got here. We've got Yates Premium Potting Mix, and I think that's got dynamic lifter in it, if I'm not mistaken. Organic slow release nutrients to boost growth, that's what it says. We'll go across. I've actually got a native potting mix as well. I'm just curious to see what happens with the seedlings, and I'll go through what we're planting in a minute. Then you've got the Osmocote Plus Organics potting mix, premium. Osmocote Plus again, tomato and vegetable mix. Then if that's not enough, we've got another Osmocote tomato, vegetable and herb mix, premium. We're going to work out slowly what's exactly the plus means, what it means. Then over here we've got Rose, Gardenia and Azalea. That's an Osmocote, and then an Osmocote Premium. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Osmocote potting mixes for the life of me. Anyway, let's go here. We've got Sea Sol Advanced Potting Mix. Now obviously that would have some seaweed in it, you would assume. This is a Scott's Premium naturally powerful organic based potting mix. So that's the organic one. And there's our clean skin bag that we haven't labelled yet because we're just taking our time with that, because we're more worried about what's inside the bag rather than what's on the outside. But obviously you need to understand what's going on. Anyway, so we've got this Garden Basics. I haven't seen this bag before, or this brand, and it's a premium potting mix. That's the all-purpose, and I'm very sus about what's actually in this all-purpose one. Nevertheless, we move on, a tomato and veg growing mix, and then at the end we've got Rich Grow Black Marble potting mix. Now all I've done is I've laid them out side by side here. They're in the middle of my garden where they'll get average about 5 hours of sunlight, because we spoke about the trees being so high and the sun sitting so low. We've cut holes at the bottom of each bag for drainage. Now I haven't gone with putting them in plastic pots or any type of pots, purely because we want to see them grow in their own bag. That's where they've come from, and it's a plastic bag anyway. We're not going to move it. It's got the room for the roots to grow. It's got the drainage, and we've cut square holes, as you can see on top, for each one to get a little bit of airflow and moisture to be added into them as we need to water them. We haven't added anything into these other than just the holes and the seedlings. Now what we have in each one of them identically, except for someone decided to cut that one slightly different just to leave the label on the side there. What we've got here, if I go from this little bag here, the Sea Sol, we've got a pak choi, we've got silver beet, we've got a mixed lettuce brand here, and cos lettuce. And I've gone with the Floriana range, which I never grow. So it's not one that I grow or use in my garden. I grow my own seeds or go to my local garden centre and pick out some of the more premium varieties out there that are available. So we're going to sit back, wait and see what happens. All we're going to do now is hydrate each one. Let's see how the water goes. %90 of the mix in these bags is made up of bark, from what I see here. Decomposing bark. And a lot of them have got a lot of shavings in there as well, wood shavings. They all show, they've all got these little symbols on them, watering agents. What's that, growing stimulants. We've got acidity, acid pH 4.8 to 5.8. That's bloody high. That is bloody high. You don't need it to be that high. Now some of them even say they've got some iron added to them. Nitrogen added into them, boosted with nitrogen. Now, if it's organic, you don't need to add it. And if it's inorganic nitrogen, soluble nitrogen, well, all you're going to do is grow the plant artificially again. So I reckon some of these will grow really well, but whether they're organic or not is another thing that we have to investigate later on. So let's go through the process of growing them first. It's soaking? No, it's not soaking. Yes, it is. Got to hydrate. That was dehydrated completely. And a lot of them have got slow release balls in there, those little yellow balls. I don't like them. That's just my opinion. This trial's been done before by a fellow up in Sydney. I think his name's Tim. And I heard about it and I was really curious to see the results on it. And I saw some of the results which were quite astounding and actually I didn't expect otherwise, because the cheaper it is, you get what you get for. Well, you pay what you get and you get what you pay for. But I have to do it myself. I wanted to see it for myself in real time and see, because I'm not going to tamper with this. And trust you me, folks, I'm not going to do anything with our brand either. We're not going to add anything more to it. We're not going to use any biostimulants at all on them. Purely what's in the bag, and we're just going to give them water as they need it, and then let the rest up to nature. And hopefully we see some good results from our bag, that is. You better grow. I'm going to kill you if you don't. Anyway, stay tuned for upcoming episodes on this one there, and watch the progress of these wonderful little seedlings. Strive to survive in some of these mixes, which is something to be concerned about. Anyway, from me, Vasily Maresi, check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. Our special ends at midnight, so the coupon code will go offline at the end of the day. That's 30 off is the code that you put in to get your extra 30% off a range of products online. Have a wonderful day.